Welcome back, everybody. It's been a bit. Been about, what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It has been.
Yeah. Aww. Who remembers what happened last time? Recap? Because I sure
remember.
don't.
I remember exactly what happened. First off, Ash did something morally questionable.
Oh right, last session was when he binded the soul of the captain to katana.
Yes, that happened. And then next we secured the boat with Will, and then we got home to just discuss things. Until something else bad came up.
Oh shit, right, it's been 3 weeks, I forgot that Myiari has been kidnapped.
We don't know that yet, but it's a it's a highly
Myiari
likely.
is missing.
Yeah, she's currently missing. You don't know what happened to her. All you know is that she is a missing person as of, I guess, current day?
Yeah,
Previous
current
day? I'm
day
not sure.
today.
Yeah, as of current day. So she's
Didn't
been
check
missing.
into work.
Yeah. Yeah, all you know is that she didn't check into work that day, and she is missing in action.
So yeah.
Which
Those
is
are
very
personal.
unusual for her.
Yeah, which is very unusual for her.
Those are the 3 things that just happened, that's it.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and unpause, and you guys can do as you like.
Well, about a hero point.
Oh yeah, go ahead and give you guys yourself some hero points. Woo.
Cole slept through his alarms.
Oh. Well. He's awake. He's awake now.
He's awake.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
on approach.
Okay.
We'll do a recap again when he gets here.
Yeah, I know what it's like to sleep through alarms. That's why.
Yeah, me too.
That's why. When a
Fucking sit wrong die.
what?
You don't wake up when I ask for reason.
No.
You're able to breathe. You fucking sound asleep.
Yeah, I am a heavy sleeper. My husband is the exact opposite. He is a very light sleeper, and sometimes he will kind of choke in the middle of the night. Or have breathing problems, and he'll be coughing very, very loudly and aspirating right next to me, and I don't wake up.
Really?
Nope, I don't hear a thing.
Amazing.
So he could be stabbed to death in the middle of the night, and I probably wouldn't know.
Well, I guess he doesn't need a CPAP machine if you just don't hear it.
You have to hear a fucking full-on
There was also the time that I had a lightsaber fall on my head, and I was bleeding.
Oh no.
I
I remember that story.
Yeah. That's how I discovered head wounds. They actually bleed a lot.
That's how you discovered?
Yeah, that's how I discovered head wounds bleed a lot. It wasn't even
You never got,
that bad.
like, a scrape on your face or your head or whatever before, man. Okay, then.
No! Like, I've never gotten a scrape on my head or face and had it bleed that much. This was, like, in my hairline when the lightsaber fell on my head. And...
Was it sharp or was it just like big? It was smack.
Okay, then.
I think it was one of the little protruding parts that smacked me in the head, and, like, made a little cut. Because I ended up with, like, a little a dent in my head for a bit.
Oh no. Dented head.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm
no, that's
sorry.
why...
How? I phased out for a minute. Dented head? How?
So,
She's a funny person
I
who gets
had a...
worked in very slapstick ways, and clearly this has dented her head.
So, a while back, we used to have our lightsaber display above our bed, and in the middle of the night, somehow, one of them got knocked off and fell on my head and started bleeding. That's how I discovered head wounds bleed a lot. And it wasn't
Anyways.
even that big of a cut. So yeah, that's and so I ended up with a nice dent in my head for like a week or two.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Cole.
Why, hello?
Hi,
How do done do it be?
Good
My
morning.
apologies. Apparently my fucking alarms were not sufficient.
We are all tired and
Did
still.
they not go
reeling.
off, or did the daylight savings time thing catch you somehow despite the warning?
Well, no, I had like 3 alarms set. Apparently, I woke up enough to turn them off, but not enough to be conscious and remember that event.
Oh no.
It's being on autopilot.
Well, the problem is, like, I fell asleep with my phone, like, within arm's reach is the issue. Because I will always do that if it's within arm's reach. I have to physically get up and walk across the room to actually wake up. Otherwise, I will just half asleep turn off the alarm.
I really should do that, but the problem is I've been playing Pokemon Sleep lately, and it tells you to keep your phone plugged in under your pillow, which is a fire hazard, but I still do it.
See, like me, whenever I have anything important, I usually just end up not sleeping. So like if I have something that I have to do early in the morning, like a doctor's appointment, or the catamaran tour when we were in Cuba, I just don't sleep. It's like,
I do also sometimes do that. However, staying up until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon is a little bit of a rough estimate.
Yeah, that's a little rough, yeah. But no, I only do that if it's something like really early in the morning, because normally I don't go to bed until like 1 a.m. So if I have something that I have to do at like 8 or 9, I just won't sleep. Because I'll be terrified of missing the appointment or being late, so it causes me great anxiety. Anyway, so guys, fill Cole in on what happened last week, because it's kind of funny. Or
I
not
did my
last
part.
week, last session.
I'll let
Well-
someone else do it.
Well, I contributed. Nate, you're up.
I stuck somebody's soul into a sword.
Okay. Good start. I assume there's context around that.
That person was the captain of the ship.
Yes.
Okay. He was kind of a jerk.
See? I'm valid.
Oh my god.
And
But, like, That's not a good idea.
Myiari's kidnapped. Well, you know, there's that.
I think
I
you're
mean-
skipping a few steps there.
Like, those are very, very bare bones descriptions, but to elaborate a little more, yeah, Ash essentially managed to convince the captain's lingering spirit to inhabit the katana that Ash literally bought earlier that day. So now you have an intelligence katana that is, I guess, helping the party out for the time being, but he's kind of sketchy. And Trey is very, very insecure, having another ghosty thing accompanying the party. And the other thing is Myiari is MIA. So, yeah, that's concerning for the group.
Oh yeah, I forgot another important thing. Crew spent half the night kind of loudly arguing with Trey about katanas cooler now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was funny. So yeah, you have two ghostly entities now with the party that are not really getting along.
I mean, it sounds like the captain just didn't really care one way or the other. It's just Trey who doesn't like the captain.
This Trey doesn't trust it.
I wonder why.
I mean,
that thing has no motive. No clear motive.
Considering that the katana can now grant you, what was it? Water breathing at will, but can also take it away at will if you piss him off. Yeah, I'd be probably a little wary.
Yeah, swim to the bottom of the lake. It's fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, technically, any katana can take away breathing at will.
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
But yes, as for the more important elaboration, yeah. We discovered that Myiari went MIA and did not turn into work this morning, which is fairly unusual for her. So, Doc wants to look into that.
Understandable.
And that's kind of our plan for now. We have to turn in the boat to Will. And it's only been like one night and one morning.
Okay. That sounds
Okay.
fair to me. I appreciate the information.
Yes.
Oh
Now
yeah,
may
because we only
continue.
learned that Myiari. How did we learn that she was MIA?
Doc was checking in on all our allies to see if they're all right.
Right, and she just fully didn't, not just didn't pick up, but didn't even see the call.
Nope.
Yeah, because Doc and Myiari have been acquaintances for a while now, and Doc kind of knows her routine. Even if she's busy, she'll usually take time to answer messages as she receives them. The fact that she hasn't is a little weird.
And now we learn to see it turn to work. That's even double weird. So Doc is trying to try and get to the Errants Association and get the last known location records that rescue errants will do.
Well, I suppose the question from this is to see what we actually end up doing about the problem.
Yes. He's just trying to get information for now. Don't necessarily know where we're going yet. We'll figure that out when we get the info, though. So, yeah. That's what Doc's doing, Phoe. Trying to procure that info.
Okay, so you're trying to figure out Myiari's whereabouts by finding or tracking down info or her blah blah. So let me think. So Doc is silver rank. I don't think. So the thing about the GPS tracking data that's usually stored in the tags, that's not normally freely available. Rescue errands will usually have it, as well as police can get access to it. They can just request it.
Whole thing is, I'm a rescue errant.
Yeah, you are. I think you could just request it, yeah. Is that because you'd be registered?
Yeah.
So that would take a little bit of time for it to be supplied to you. What time is it right now, in-game? Oh, it's about noon.
I think it'd be like noon, yeah.
Yeah, that would take probably a few hours to compile, and then you can just go and retrieve it, take it back. So yeah, that'll take a little bit of time.
3.
Do you know
Alright.
where she lives? Does Doc know where she lives?
I think he would.
Yeah, you would. So she stays at the Sky Marshal's Guild Hall, the dormitories, which is, I believe. Hang on, let me take a look. It's been a while since I looked at my town map.
It'd be near the airport, right?
It would be near the airport and near the Tinkers Union. Yeah. I do not have a map for that, but yeah, no. that's where she stays.
I'll be right back. I gotta take my cat outside.
I hear
And
meowing.
you hear like a cat, like just a cat go. "Wah."
Meanwhile, one of my bunnies, which I just locked up since she was napping, is now reaching through her cage and trying to rip the pet bed apart. You're supposed to be napping! Go to sleep! Whatever. Anyway. What else would you guys like to do while you're waiting for that information?
And if you guys want to go investigate the dormitories, you can do that real quick. Or if you have something else in mind. Like talking to swords.
Hey, I haven't done nothing wrong with those swords.
You know what I wondered, Cole?
What's up?
How would your character feel about Ash doing that?
Well, I mean, considering at one point he was in the process of making a deal with the literal demon in order to damn somebody else's soul, I don't know if he has that much room to like judge.
Okay, I see.
Oh yeah, that deal is still kinda semi-active, I guess.
It was never like called off. I just haven't found the guy.
There's been no follow-ups of that yet.
It's up in the air. I mean, well, I wouldn't. Oh yeah, it's up in the air. It's just there hasn't been opportunity to follow up on it. I do have something for that. It's just I'm holding on to it for the right moment. Plus, it's only been like what 2-3 days. Since
There's, in
you
fact-
asked her. Yeah.
There's in fact other things going on.
Yeah, there's other things going on to take priority.
1 second, Foundry. There we are. Foundry felt like not working for a bit.
Okay.
As for other things, I mean, I think Croux wanted to like actually start working on the anti-undead orb, but upon hearing that Myiari may be missing, I think he would go to the just like the Tinker's Union is close by and probably works with the
The Sky Marshals,
plane
yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
The plane people. The plane people.
The plane
Fairly
people.
often.
Yeah, they do.
Fairly often, Myiari would probably be at least a known figure to some
yeah.
people there.
Oh yeah,
So-
she's got friends in the Tinkers Union too. So.
Yeah, so Croux would want to like, Croux would just go there and try to like ask them if they've seen her recently.
Alrighty, so you're gonna ask around. Let's see here. What skill is that? I'm gonna need a refresher because it's been a bit. 1 second.
I believe gather information is diplomacy.
Yeah, so go ahead and make me a diplomacy roll, please.
Alright, 1 second, let me just check mate stats real quick. Because I know that he has a lot of master skills right now. Nope, just intimidation, stealth, and survival. Maybe Mate can intimidate some people into telling us.
No.
That 1,000-yard stare into our soul.
Okay, let me, man, Foundry. This isn't even a big map. Why is Foundry so slow right now?
It's not slow for me.
Yeah, it's crashed like twice. Let me close a couple of windows. Okay.
I'm afraid to ask how many tabs you have open.
Let's see here. Foundry. Oh, that would do it. I have a bunch of YouTube videos on on standby. Let me close a couple of them. There. Alright. Now to reload Foundry.
You'll get there eventually. But yeah, I looked in it, so it's a diplomacy check for gather information.
Okay, doke.
Which, I mean, I can't really argue for anything else. Well, not yet at least.
I mean, diplomacy makes the most sense because you're actually going around talking to people.
Yeah. Alright. There we are. Load it back in. There we go. And this wouldn't happen to be deciphering numerical writing, would it?
Nah, not this one. Ooh,
Not
that's pretty good.
bad. No, I won't 0 point.
It's a pretty good
Nah.
roll.
It's a good enough roll, and I mean, I can't roll lower than it with my hero point, but I can't roll too much better than it, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, what, a 1 in 5 chance to roll better? Something like that?
I rolled a 15, so yeah, solid 1 in 5.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
with a
I'll just
20
hold on to my hero points.
Alrighty, with a 26. So, you go over to the Tinkers Union and, you ask around about Myiari because you know quite a few of the mechanics and engineers. They do frequent work or frequent collaborations with the pilots of the Sky Marshals because, hey, you know, vehicles need regular maintenance, right? And you're fairly certain that Myiari has a few friends in the guild as well. And a few of them refer you to actual members of the Sky Marshals, but you ask around for what seems like an hour, maybe more. And the general gist of what you're able to find out is essentially, Myiari's fairly well known, she's fairly prominent, but because the tournament season has all of the medics pretty much in all of Sunshell fairly busy, she hasn't had much time to hang out and socialize with her usual group of friends. To be perfectly frank, the people that she's seen the most is actually you guys. But she has been in frequent contact via calls and texts with her group of friends. And best they can say, she's been running pretty ragged, like almost non-stop calls that she's been responding to. So best you can tell, she has been working non-stop. But you do manage to find out that she was indeed working the previous day. And the last call or text that she sent was... what time did I list this at? Ow. So the last text that she sent was around 5 p.m. And one of her, the text was to one of her friends saying that she's looking forward to just going home and relaxing after this last call. And that was the last time anyone was in contact with her.
Wow.
Just to clarify, by last time anyone was in contact with her, does that mean the last time she, texted someone, or the last time, anyone texted her for that day?
That would have been the last time she texted anybody.
Okay. Was there anyone that, mentioned that they texted something like, after that point and no response.
I mean, we could be the ones to do that, to be fair.
That would have been Doc,
Well-
yeah. Doc would have been probably the most recent person to
Okay.
try and contact her with no response.
Yeah, I mean, I basically trying to narrow down the time to if there was a kidnapping when it could have happened. Because if it was
Ah, okay, I see, I see.
if it was like if like someone texted her at like 6 and there was no response, that already is like that very much narrows the time frame from 5 p.m. yesterday to 1 p.m. today.
Okay.
Being very smart, I see.
Alright, so yeah, with the 26, I can definitely tell you, so after corroborating with a few of her friends that have been in contact with her, you managed to figure out that, at least among her friends, the last time any of them texted her would have been in the evening, so about 8 or 9 p.m. thereabouts. And at that point, the messages were not checked, they weren't marked as seen, so that's about how many hours? That would have been a couple hour
3
window.
to 4 hours.
Yeah, 3 to 4 hours.
I mean, hey,
where
that is
she went missing.
a much shorter amount of time.
Yeah, that's what you're able to find out with your gathering information.
Wham.
Well, with that, right now, Croux doesn't particularly like being away from a group, so he's gonna go back.
You're gonna go back? Alright.
Yeah. He's paranoid enough. He and Mate are gonna look to make sure they aren't being followed.
I'm trying to think. Would that be perception check to be watchful or stealth to be sneaky?
It could be either or.
It would be either or.
Which one would you prefer? I think that's
Yeah.
how to handle it. Would Crew try to be sneaky or try to be just watchful?
The thing is, he has a higher stealth than he does perception, but I think the priority would be keeping an eye. Jesus, whatever the hell's playing in the background is loud.
Oh, that would be, that'd be the TV. I'm sorry. Sorry. Well, let me check something real quick. Yeah, go ahead and roll whatever you like. I'm just
I
gonna
guess technically he's
check the
two.
DC here.
I guess technically there's 2. So yeah, I'll roll stealth on Crew, roll perception on Mate.
Alright,
what
yeah,
I'll
that's
do.
fair. Go for it.
Okay. And give me a second for. Oh wait, I can use the. There's perception.
Ooh, those are some very good rolls. Very good. Okay. Let me just double check the DC on the on this because I do have a DC for it. 1 second.
We wait.
Okay, I see. Alright, I'll remember that for next time. Alrighty. So, on your way back to, I guess, the hotel suite, you try to be as sneaky as you can. Sunshell's busy, town's busy, with tournament activities going on. And you're able to essentially blend in with the crowds, and move around hopefully unnoticed. But you have Mate keeping an eye out on things for you, and Mate is particularly sharp. So Mate's able to point out uh, escape routes, ideal paths, and also keeping a watchful eye out for any suspicious individuals that might be following you. And the entire trip back to your current safe house, it's uneventful. Nothing happens. Mate doesn't seem to notice anybody. You don't think you've been followed.
Nice, nice.
I don't trust that, but I have to.
Yeah, I'm not being very. When it comes to these checks, I have decided that I'm not going to be very finite in my description. I want to make you a little paranoid. That way,
It's working.
you're not sure if you succeeded or not.
Honestly, I think in the future these should be the first time you actually make us roll secretly. Just add that extra bit of paranoia. Don't know what we rolled.
Well, I like you knowing what you rolled. That way, false sense of security. So
As long as you don't
know.
know DC, you know.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, so yeah, you make it back unimpeded, as far as you know.
Alright, yeah, once the crew gets back to the room, he's gonna just flop down on the chair. I managed to, couldn't get much, but I figured out that if Myiari was taken, it was probably between at something between 5 and 8 p.m. yesterday.
That's
What time did we get rescued? 5
in the morning.
5 and 8 to 9. Okay, so it was, yeah, after us. But that just means that they could have been keeping an eye.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good time frame to work with, though. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on these documents to get to me.
Alright.
They're always pretty slow with these things.
What else would you guys like to do in the meantime?
I am thinking.
And the problem is we may have a time frame, but we don't exactly have a location yet.
That's what I
Wow.
was trying to get.
What I might recommend is if we can actually get information on what her last call was, that'd be pretty cool.
Ah, fuck, that would have been good to ask.
Man,
You think they keep records of that?
I would assume so.
You,
I would.
So, records of that, since Doc actually requested the blah blah GPS data, but also he's a rescue errant, so that would be included in the information that he's being sent. So you'll get that shortly.
Okay.
I would just go to where the last call was and work from there.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna skip ahead, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to do. I'm gonna skip ahead about an hour or two, because that's when Doc would receive the information.
the only other thing I can think of is like going to Myiari's house, seeing if it like looks messed up or not. If if it's messed up like at all or more than usual, depending on how she lives, could hazard a guess that that's where she was kidnapped. If it looks as normal, then it could hazard a guess that she didn't even get home.
That'd be good if info to have to.
Yeah, that would be good info. Did you want to check that out first while you're waiting for the information, or are you gonna wait until after?
I mean, if we're waiting, then there's no reason not to.
Alright.
Ash will go along with him.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, Crew doesn't know where it is, so either Doc would have to go to or just say where it is.
Doc will tell you where it is.
Alrighty. I don't have a map for Myiari's place, but Just you know, imagine it.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. All right, so
Also, before we leave, Doc would ask, Crew would ask. Sorry, still waking up. Crew would ask Doc, if he's ever been to her house before, and if so, like, what to expect. Basically, is she like a messy person, a clean person?
It should be. I don't think we ever discussed this, Phoe.
no, so Doc would. He's never been to her place. He knows where she lives because she lives essentially in I guess the Gilded Dormitory for the Sky Marshals. So it's like a college dorm that's like,
Yeah.
you know, better.
Doc never really had a reason to go there.
Yeah, I never had any reason to go there, but as far as he knows, Myiari is very well organized and kind of neat. She is a medic. She's not like Doc.
Yeah, look at how she scolded Doc.
Yeah.
Fair.
So, I guess you can assume that she keeps house kind of the same way she keeps her supplies, very, very neat and organized. But he's never seen her play, so he wouldn't know. But, yeah, no, she lives at the Sky Marshal's dormitories. So, you know, when you guys head over there, Crew would know this because he's been to college, he's been in a dorm, so it looks very, very familiar. Very sparse hallways with identical looking doors.
Probably smells less like weed though.
Probably, smells less like weed. And speaking to the, I guess, property management? I can't think of the term right now. But you managed to obtain the key to Myiari's apartment and have it opened up. And to no surprise, her place is fairly neat, organized, well kept. It looks a lot cleaner. Like, it's the complete opposite of Doc's place. Ash, you've been to Doc's place, so it's a far cry from how he lives. But yeah, it's very neat, well organized. I wouldn't say a minimalist style. She has, you know, a couple of things from home here and there. Hand-knitted quilts, some plushies, a couple of posters and pictures of family from back home in Nordheim. And Crew, it actually is a lot bigger and nicer than the dorms you've seen at your college campus. It's actually really nice. You're kind of jealous. It looks a lot better than even your current living conditions, which says a lot.
Yeah, I was just about to say that Crew is like jealous, but pushing that to the back of his mind. There's other priorities right now. Trying to think of something I could look for to see if there was like. Trying to think of something I could look for to see if like she did manage to get home or not.
A diary?
Sure, let's look for that.
Oh my god.
I would prefer to not snoop. I
We're
more
just
like,
looking for basic information. We're not gonna look into her personal stuff.
yeah, I was thinking more like keys on the table, or like shoes off on like a shoe rack if she's a shoe off household.
To the small details, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What skill would that be? One moment.
Are you scouting or perception?
Yeah, scouting or perception. That goes for either of you. Although scouting's particularly to Ash.
Yeah. So perception.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll that again.
Alright. Before I re-roll
that was bad.
let me roll. Oh,
What?
wait, no, yeah, perceiving. Ugh, I'll re-roll mates.
Well, reroll it here.
Re-roll and keep higher, and I lose the hero point. Did I not? I didn't click on it. There we go. There we go.
The robot rolls higher than either of you.
Yeah, she's like a little Roomba.
A little Roomba. That's actually a good analogy. Alright, so while you two are combing through the apartment, nothing seems out of place. It's very neat, well kept, organized. Everything has its own little place and compartment, which makes going through it kind of easy, but also kind of frustrating that you're not really finding anything amiss. You do find a schedule kind of pinned to the wall next to the computer, and it's, as Doc managed to kind of discern earlier, she was scheduled to work that day and she's not been in. She was scheduled to work pretty much every day that week except for the weekends, and her schedule is essentially what was it? About like usually she starts at like 7 or 8 in the morning and finishes at about 5 or 6 in the evening most days.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
She needs a break.
So that's her normal schedule. Yeah, and Mate points out to you, Crew, that there doesn't seem to be any signs of activity, so not even like a speck of dirt or dust. She has not been back to her apartment pretty much the entire day.
Okay, so reasonably assume she got taken before she got home.
And all of the doors, was locked up until you unlocked it. The windows are also all secure.
Oh yeah, I forgot that door's back of a... Okay, yeah, Mate just, full, like, cartoon scanning the floor. Alright, looks like she didn't get home, so that's... If I had to guess, that probably means she was taken earlier in the time frame than later, probably. Hopefully Doc finds out where the last known location was soon. You see anything, Ash?
Not anything that would give us information.
Alright, well, I feel creepy enough as is. Let's get out of here.
Creepy? What do you feel creepy?
Jesus fucking Christ. Rooting through a woman's house while she isn't there.
Probable cause.
Just the
Sorry,
fucking
dude.
applause and cheer in the background. Yeah!
Yeah, let's go for it, go!
I mean, it's like you're not doing it out of your own interest, so.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't make me feel all too much better. Especially if, especially because I can't help but take it out of the context I know it's in.
Well, what I can say at the very least is I can't make it feel better, but I might be able to make
Jesus
it feel
Christ, when
worse.
did you get here?
But
Just standing there all the time.
just because I haven't said anything doesn't mean I haven't been here.
He was like leaning on like a desk or table or something, catching his breath.
So what I would inquire is, have you found enough to have an idea of where she might be?
I don't
No,
like
but I know that she, because we're still at Myiari's house right now.
Yes.
I know that she, more likely than not, didn't get home. So wherever the last location was, probably around there.
Are you well? Do you need a lozenge? An inhaler? Something?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Just, how did I, I know you're quiet, but how did I not even see you?
I was standing over there. And he just points to a random corner of the room.
Cumaenos just follow them there without getting noticed.
Well, why wouldn't he come along? He can just be like, here, I'm gonna hold this object and pick up psychic impressions from it.
You want to know what
point.
makes this? You want to know what makes this scenario even funnier? He came with you in whatever vehicle you used to get over there, so he was with you the entire time.
I didn't say a word.
Just to make sure I'm not forgetting. Cole, you never said that Cumaenos is coming along, right?
It's funnier
I never
this
said that
way,
he
though.
wasn't.
It's funnier this way.
Oh, no, much. It's. That was my surprise.
I see Cumaenos as kind of like the friends that everyone kind of forgets exist, even though he hangs out with them every single time they go out. It's like, oh, you're here. When the fuck did you get here? I've been here the entire time.
They came in the same car together. What are you
You
talking
came in the
about?
same car
I was
together the whole
sitting in the seat next to you. What do you mean?
Like, it sounds weird, but I know people who've been like that. My brother was that person.
You're here the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
My favorite, I've had that experience. My favorite thing is just walking into a room, being there for a period of time, and then saying something. People are like, what the fuck?
Anyway,
Actually,
yeah, you got.
Ash
may
will
continue.
Ash will check the view out the window, like, you know, if there's any like high points on buildings where someone can, like, you know, scout, look through, or like if there are any like gaps someone can see.
So
or
like
walk.
vantage points that can look into the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So Myiari's apartment isn't on a high floor in the residential building or the dorm building. It's like third or fourth floor. But there are buildings that are roughly the same level nearby because it's the guild complex is comprised of a lot of buildings. And yeah, there's quite a few vantage points that can actually see into the apartment. The apartment has a nice view of the surrounding area, but there are definitely places where if someone was dedicated enough and determined enough, yeah, they could get up there and conduct surveillance on her place.
Third floor, you said, right? How high is that?
Are you gonna try and blink out the window?
Oh, okay. I'd say you're about 3-4 stories up. But across the building, like the closest building is too far for you to blink. You have a range of like what, 25 feet?
25. Yeah.
But you could parkour your way across. You know, there's cables, power lines, fire escapes that you could cross to get to the building across the way.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Roll me acrobatics, please.
Don't fall.
Yeah, try not to fall. That would be bad.
28.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
You have a reaction to grab onto a ledge, so it's not like
Yeah,
you instantly
you
fall.
have a reaction to do that if you felt, but you're fine. Yeah. So you managed to very nimbly parkour your way across to the closest building. Essentially, you open the door to the apartment balcony, jump off, and do some really quick maneuvering across several balconies, fire escape, and swing across and run over various power cables to the next building over. And yeah, when you make your landing, you can now see Myiari's apartment from opposite you. So you're essentially on a rooftop right now. And if you've seen the rooftops on my other maps, it essentially looks like that. So you have rooftop access doorway, a lot of air conditioning units, and I guess chimney vents. Quite a few of those.
See, like, anything was left up here?
Scouting or perception? Roll either of those.
Mm. $24.
Alright. So, you do essentially a grid search of the rooftop, and not too far from the ledge. It doesn't take you very long to find. You find the remnants of what you think could be a scout's nest. You find a pile of cigarette butts in a weird place, and garbage that doesn't look like it really belongs there. But aside from that, you don't really see too much else. You see some strange wear patterns where it looks like somebody kind of camped out for a couple of days.
Oh, my fiber optics is missing.
Is it on like the same ledge as her apartment? Like,
Yeah, it's on the.
corner?
It's across from her apartment. Yeah, same level.
We will take a cigarette butt.
Ah, yes. You know exactly what I'll do with that.
Don't eat it.
Oh wait, no, God, because that would have spit on it.
We'll take a few, actually, and we'll
Well, he
head
can-
back
he-
to.
Well, he can forensically investigate and do that.
Here's your dinner. It's cigarette butt.
It's not like that, okay? He doesn't actually eat it. He just absorbs it.
He just opens his mouth and puts the cigarette
No.
butts in his mouth and starts
He
chewing.
doesn't do that. He doesn't do that, man.
So what orifice is being used then? It would be my question.
Neither.
Oh my god, he asked the question.
What orifice is being used?
Alexa, turn off TV.
We don't
Well,
need to
it
go
feels
into
like it's
details,
pertinent
okay?
now.
We don't need to go into details, alright?
No,
It's
this is
not
scientific.
It's not his mouth, I can tell you that much. I mean, it would be
Oh, no.
funnier if it would be funnier if it was his mouth. But I have described how he assimilates stuff before. If you
Well,
remember.
And I must have always misremembered it as he opens his mouth and puts it in.
Well, I can tell you, like, before, Flesh Tentacle will come and absorb it. And now a mirror breaks and Flesh Tentacle comes out of that and absorbs it.
Get fancier.
Yeah, it's weird. I heard all that, but all I can hear is he opens his mouth.
Unhinged, creepypasta style.
Now I can't unsee Doc just eating random weird things and shoving them into his mouth.
You know the
Don't doodle
story
that.
of like, you know the story of like kids back in ancient times rooting around for cigarette butts on the floor to smoke them. That's
In ancient times?
Ancient?
Ancient
Hang on a
times.
second.
The ancient times of, 1840? I
90s.
mean, come on.
How
I
ancient are we
remember-
talking?
In the age of myth when the automobile was invented.
I love that part in Julius Caesar's work where he comments on his favorite tobacco. It's some great writing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you have these very nice Greek statues where they're smoking pipes.
We all know the Odyssey was all about finding the best cigarette butts to smoke.
You have people getting high in there, I guess, so there's that.
Yeah, Ash will make his way back to the apartment.
That's a lot of cigarette butts.
Well, it appears that, well, it's highly likely that she was being watched.
I thought you just picked up a really bad habit out of nowhere.
I assume that you're inferring that these cigarette butts belong to whoever was observing her then.
It's not a easy place to get to.
I see. May I see one for a moment?
Sure. He'll just hand one over.
He would then remove his gloves, unfortunately enough. And then... I believe it is this one. It's been a minute. Yep, it is this one. I'll attempt to read the psychometric resonance.
Alright, let's see here. Trying to think of what kind of emotion that cigarette butt would give off.
The emotion of being on the job, working a 9 to 5.
You know what? That's kind of essentially what it is. So, Cumaenos, you, I guess, run your fingers over the cigarette butt and... Well, you're not really sure what to expect, but... the first... emotions that you sense are immediately are just kind of routine boredom. Like, you know, going through the doldrums of another day on the job, 9 to 5, like me. And the ever so slight relief of tension that I guess smoking provides people, I guess. But you also sense an intense amount of focus. You know, the cold, calm calculation of, I guess, the best analogy would be like a hunter observing the movements of its target. You know, observing like an animal through the scope of their weapon. Well, you don't sense any malice or anything, or any desire to do harm. It's just something mundane, routine, boring. You got a job to do, that's about it.
Gotcha. And going off of those emotional impressions and like the general like feel of the individual, I would then like to attempt to utilize Glean Lord and learn more about this individual in question.
Ooh, okay. Roll me a D100, please.
Smash. 45.
45. Alright, let's see. What did I have this listed as?
He turns into a tree.
Because I know the goalposts shifted a little bit and who would answer what, so let me double check here. Yeah, okay, I know. So with 45... So, tapping into your connection to the universe, you kind of sense a flood, and like almost an overwhelming flood of sensory information for the briefest of moments. It's almost disorienting. Kind of like being tossed into the ocean and being spun around, not knowing which way is up or down. But eventually you get not a picture in your head. You hear sounds. And you hear the wind, the noise of the traffic in the surrounding city. The sounds of birds flying around overhead, and the sounds of people talking in the streets below. But when you do hear a voice that comes in a little bit closer, and you assume it's the voice of the person the cigarette butt belonged to. And you hear them talking over the radio, reporting back to somebody. And the conversation essentially boils down to, I think I found her. You want me to follow her and report back? And you hear another familiar voice coming, calling back to her, to, I guess, the scout, and it is Quint's voice. Keep an eye on her, and when you find an opportunity to pick her up, move in. And the connection fades, and that's the last of what you not see, but hear. And that's what you learn with your Gleam lore.
And go watch it. Now, what I would ask, in the period of time where he was observing, like the city around where the vision was taking place, was he able to like take note of like any like names of the buildings or anything like that? Or any like storefronts or the like?
It would have been where Ash was standing in the building across. So could see Myiari's apartment from across the way. And there's not really any stores nearby. It's all just Sky Marshal's Guild complex buildings. So mainly dormitories, living quarters.
Okay. Well, after that, he would emerge from the vision and then look to the others assembled around at the moment, and then mention, well, I suppose we can at the very least confirm that it definitely was Quint's men that were looking for her. I suppose that was a rather safe assumption, but it helps to have the confirmation.
Trying to think of if we've seen Cumaenos do the reading psychometric resonance before.
I'm pretty sure.
You know, we support each other.
Yeah, you've seen him do it before, but the way he does it is pretty subtle. He just basically manhandles stuff.
Yeah, but it's explicitly him taking his. It explicitly mentions bare hand, so him taking his glove off is like a very clear.
Yeah, you've seen him do it a couple of times.
Okay. Well. Do you repeat what was told?
What, in the vision? Yeah, he would roughly describe the vision.
And now I'm forgetting. Quinn said, "Wait till you have a moment," right?
Yes.
Oh, it seems like it's like wait until you have a chance and then fucking,
Yeah.
you know.
Scoop her up.
And considering that she was, considering how tired yeah, definitely. All the confirms taken on the job. How long has it been? Like since we left.
Oh, since
I guess it's like when would they still be on when Doc gets the info?
no, I think you guys would get back by the time Doc gets the info, so he'd get it around like 2 or 3 o'clock. So yeah, no. So I'll just let it go for me.
She got snacks in her room.
Does she have snacks in her room? Yeah, she actually has a fridge in her apartment, in like the little kitchenette. Would you want to take a peek?
Yeah.
Opens it, sees glitter.
Opens it, it's a Home Alone style booby trap.
You open the fridge and yeah, you do see no, not glitter, but it's fairly well stocked. She eats pretty healthy for the most part. It's not health food entirely, but she does have some snacks in there. A couple of containers of yogurt.
How many energy drinks?
What flavor?
No energy drinks actually. She does have like a couple of cartons of juice.
Take a yogurt.
Croux just giving Ash the most incredulous look.
This isn't your home.
You take a container of berry yogurt out of the fridge.
Yes. Does she got disposable spoons?
Jesus Christ, Ash.
I think these
I could steal a lot worse.
I think these would be the kinds of yogurts that have the spoon attached to them. They're the snack size.
Are we going?
Yeah, we were about to until you decided you were... felt like... until you decided you really wanted some yogurt out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sigh. And just... Alright, we should get back now.
Alright, you guys head back to the hotel.
I'll scout.
Okay, alright. Go ahead.
Just to make sure. Oh, that's bad.
Oof.
The yogurt's too good.
Too distracted with the delicious berry yogurt that you raided from Myiari's fridge. It tastes
just keep
very
it.
good.
Just keep it like, hey.
It tastes very
yogurt.
good.
Hey, at least I don't eat yogurt.
Like it's like the equivalent of lingonberries.
This is hilarious.
And I'll roll stealth for Croux. There it is. Skills. Stealth. There it is. Roll. Jesus Christ.
Well, we're left with Cumaenos.
I think I'm gonna hero point the perception check on Nate. He's the only person I trust right now.
30.
There we go. See, this is why I trust him.
Your little boy.
So, as you guys leave Myiari's apartment and start your way back to the hotel, Ash is way too...
Cumaenos roll?
For what specifically? My apologies.
Stealth or perception. Stealth would be to, be sneaky and covering your tracks on the way back.
Here, let's give that one more go.
Perception would
We'll
be to make
remove
sure
one
you're
of
not
those.
followed.
There you go.
There you go.
Makes sense. Works out.
There you go, much
Like, what?
better.
Oh yes, I've been
I
paying
love my
attention.
I love my 1d2.
So, you guys leave Myiari's apartment, and the property manager locks it up to make sure it's secure. You guys leave the Sky Marshal's Guild and start your way back to the hotel. Ash, normally the one making sure you guys aren't followed and keeping watch, is far too engrossed in the yogurt he raided from Myiari's fridge to kind of focus on that task at the moment. So he's walking and eating at the same time. You guys seem to forget your security for a couple of minutes. But Cumaenos and May fortunately remain on the ball, watching for any signs of suspicious people. And it's a good thing they have been, because you haven't even made it to the railway tracks before both of them notice the shadows shifting a little bit. I feel like you're being watched.
This looks familiar.
I would ask you all to keep your reactions subdued, but I do believe that we are being followed.
Beep beep. Made alert on Croux' phone. Someone following.
Wouldn't they be in the car though?
We're walking. We're gonna get our steps in.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you guys parked somewhere probably.
You think we're gonna get any kind of parking like in this kind of area? No,
Yeah.
it's like 3 blocks away.
3
Yeah.
blocks. Get to the car. That's great. You get a direction.
Do we?
Like where you're being followed or watched from? Hang on. Oopsie. No.
I'm also gonna assume they're not within like 10 feet for Cumaenos' many eyes.
No.
Yeah, a little concerning if they were in that radius, actually.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, yeah, fair, but it's like maybe they're cocky, maybe they're invisible. Maybe that too.
Burps the yogurt. What's going on?
Let's see here.
How did you get I saw you take one. How did you get a third carton of yogurt?
He's that sneaky. Sleight of hand, bitches. So the sensation of watchfulness seems to be coming from behind you. And it seems to be keeping to the shadows. Hey, you're not supposed to be chewing that. Get away.
Whatever it is somewhere behind us. That much I can say.
On the skill your mouth.
Fuck, what, trying, doing his best to not, like, be looking around. Shit, what do we do?
First of all, you're gonna calm down. We're gonna keep on walking. They gotta wait until they expose themselves. We'll have to lose them.
Well, I suppose once we get to the vehicle, we can attempt to do that.
Oh,
Wait, but then they would know our car, which I don't know if we can trade that one in for anything.
Well, how else would you suggest to attempt to lose them?
I mean, we could take care of them.
I mean, I suppose I'm not exactly the best at taking care of people, but if you're confident,
Yeah, why not?
I mean, how do you think you know like around how many there are? Sort of holding Mate in his hand. Were you able? Actually, I forgot. Mate's a camera. I'm just gonna like be holding Mate slightly holding Mate in one arm like he normally does, and just having having one of like the various camera modes, because it's more than just standard. There is also like infrared. We know this. Just
Oh.
taking a quick look behind us, because can hold Mate like that.
Okay. Okay, so, so you want to see what's following you? Alright.
Mate
feels
isn't
like someone wants to sell me something.
So, because Cumaenos and Mate rolled very high, I can actually show you what's following you. So don't be alarmed when I drop this. This
Oh,
token.
that's the best thing to hear. Don't be
I feel like-
alarmed.
I feel like I'm about to be rather alarmed.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty alarming.
Ooh.
Looks like
Yeah.
another one of those
I hate to
shadows.
say it, from far away, I thought that was Mr. Libido from the Yakuza series.
Yeah, remember those shadows you guys ran into before? This
Yeah, the
one,
Looksy Man.
This one's bigger and then it looks a little different.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That might not be one you could take on with just you three.
I'm no longer confident.
We got this.
And there's more than one.
You don't got this.
We got this.
I mean, they
How
are
many?
undead, which is a positive
many
for
are-
me.
How many are there, like, in specific?
As
If
far
we
as you
can see.
As far as you can tell, within Mate's field of vision, Mate can detect two.
Right, looks like there's, two of, whatever they are. How far away are we from, the hotel?
Oh, you're
You're-
far.
You're not at the
really
car yet.
You're far from the hotel.
Okay,
like,
because
You're not over the train yard yet.
damn, because
I
my
mean,
line
to-
of thinking was basically stall this guy out for a while in like crowded areas while waiting for the rest of the group to get here.
So,
I mean, yeah. Well,
if you make it to the car, you can probably outrun it or outrun them. Hang on, my
I
rabbit
forget
is-
what's the car. I forget what's the car we're using right now. Is it the van or the beat up car that we traded in a really good car for?
It's the beat up car.
it's Wadeland's car.
Okay, we can probably use that to run them over a couple times.
I don't know how running over shadows is gonna work.
That's not really.
If we can punch a shadow, we can run over a shadow.
Actually,
Yeah,
Last
no,
time
you-
we fought shadows, we ran over a
oh yeah,
shadow.
right. You ran over the Looksy Man.
I don't remember that. Never happened. Don't incriminate me.
You actually did that. I remember now.
Yeah. If we can run over a shadow once, we can probably run over it again.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, these guys can't dodge wrenches.
Hmm.
I I mean, I'm gonna ask this from like the picture of them and following us. Is there like just as we're walking, like, basically, can I recall knowledge on whatever this is?
Yeah, sure, go for it. So this would be. It says religion, but I'm gonna allow occult as well.
Religion, or occultism. I just got religion proficiency, but hey. Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
not
what was
just.
that?
I got it 2 levels ago.
I'm currently staring at one of my rabbits, sitting on top of his cage, eating the bunch of spinach that I set there.
He's hungry.
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna remove the spinach and put it in the bowl so he's not sitting on top of his cage. I don't want to have to retrieve him later. One moment.
The little guy's gonna break out of the cage soon. Too much spinach.
I just see a jackrabbit.
Yeah, you heard of jackrabbits. This one's Jack Dud.
Hey,
Exactly.
for I got a visualization for you.
Hmm?
In campaign no Mike. The green is where we are, the red is where you are.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. So 27? Alright.
Could I also roll an occult?
Yeah, both of you can.
Alright. 28.
Alright, yeah, you both make it. Okay, so remember those shadows from before? They are pretty much the same, with some differences. So, they have, let's see, where is it? They have the same abilities. However, Steel Shadow is different, and they have at-will spells. So, since you both
So they are no stronger against getting run over than last time. Got it.
Oh, hang on. I think they're. Hang on. Let me see what's different about these guys. Okay. So I can let you either identify Steel Shadow, their at-will spells, or the standard stuff, immunities, resistances, and whatnot, because the resistances are a little different.
Just to make sure, immunities, resistances, and weaknesses, are those all 1 or all 3? Like, if I roll for that, do I pick one or do I get all 3?
You pick one.
Alright, I think I want to use mine on resistances.
Alright, so the resistances, they are resistant to 10 all damage except for force, ghost touch, or vitality, and double resistance against non-magical.
So getting run over, they'd be heavily resistant.
Yeah.
Shit, these guys actually resist getting run over. They
Yes.
learned.
Yes, they did.
Force damage.
Force, ghost touch, and vitality.
Well, I got vitality. If I rage.
Well, oh yeah, that does do vitality damage. Neat.
And Ash can identify another thing as well.
You want spells or you want weaknesses?
I feel like the weaknesses are probably gonna be vitality. The stuff that probably vitality and just neutral to force and ghost touch, not resistant or weak to it.
So spells?
Either spells or the steel shadow, since that's different.
Well, yeah, we'll just do shadows.
Okay. So. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just checking something. Right. Is it different? Hang on. I'm just double checking. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm just double checking something because I want to check how it's different.
So if to read.
Okay. So, the main difference between the greater shadow steel shadow and the normal shadow steel shadow is when they steal shadow, they make you enfeebled 2 instead of enfeebled 1.
And what does a steel shot? Oh, there we go.
So basically, anytime you get hit by their basic attack, they can use Steel Shadow on you, and the greater shadows make you enfeebled 2 on a successful hit. Whereas the lesser shadows, they only make you enfeebled 1. So you will hit enfeebled 4, allowing them. You'll hit enfeebled 4 faster, allowing them to create shadow spawn a lot quicker.
Yeah. If they steal your shadow, they can make shadows to attack you.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
multiply. If you can't kill them fast enough. Up to you if you want to risk it, though, because we are too far away to reach you. By a long shot.
In fact, let me check the map, see who we are near.
I marked the map in campaign note.
Yeah.
The green is where we
Yeah,
are, the red
so-
is where you are.
I don't really see anyone nearby that would be able to, like, help in a fight.
Unless you
just
want
as-
the... Yeah.
Yeah, just as a note, remember, these things fly. And they're fast. You can't outrun them on foot.
Well, I remember from last fight that they were less fast in light.
Yeah, that is
Is
true.
that- So if you just stay in the light and get home fast enough, they cannot outrun you.
Anybody get a light spell?
You have the wisps.
Mate is
You have the wisps, remember?
we have the wisp. Also, Mate just is a flashlight. He has, I believe it was like a first rank light spell basically that can be activated.
So it's fully possible for you to just ward them off. Like if they're rabid animals.
They haven't noticed that we've noticed, so we can continue walking for now.
Just
I don't know that we
staying
know
in the
that they
light.
know.
Actually, they don't move faster in shadows. That's the Looksy man that moves faster in shadows. These guys don't.
Ah, okay.
These guys just move fast.
Yeah, they just move fast. They fly.
Hmm. I mean, I'll be honest, nothing's really coming to mind to me for what we should do.
I mean, again, my idea is just get in the car, we can drive around and lose them. Or we can try and bait them into like an enclosed area to like fight or something. I am okay with either option personally.
How about sure you have your invisibility thing, right?
It is a new day. It would have regained. Yeah.
Could probably find a corner for you to turn in and turn invisible and bolt to the car to get it.
Yeah, that. I mean, that involves finding a corner where they won't be able to see first. Nah, no, that shouldn't be too hard. This place is, especially this place, is just nothing but corners. Alright, hopefully those driving sims work out. Fun fact, by the way, something I learned is that, like, or something I heard from my one of my psychology professors. If you have never driven before, but like you play games that involve driving, chances are you would, and like you're forced to drive, like say you're in a car and the person driving has a heart attack. Chances are you would still be an okay driver just because you know of like, just because you have that small amount of like similar enough experience.
That sounds like something people made up just to get out of their driving tests.
Is this where Ash learns that Crew can't drive?
Crew has never driven.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's definitely something you made up to get out of your driving test, isn't it?
I mean, I'm being legit. This is something my abnormal psychology professor said. Whether or not it's true, that's a good question.
I can follow the logic. You at least know how like a vehicle behaves.
Yeah, you won't be able to follow like the road laws, but like you'll know like if you brake, it's not going to be an instant stop.
You know that if you start skidding out, it'll be extra points.
All right, how do I do that little hop so I can get the bonus points on the ramp? Alright,
My personal advocation right now is to simply get in the car and drive around a few blocks, put some distance, and lose them.
yeah, that's basically what we're doing, just with a chance of surprising them so that they don't see what the car is. Because, I mean, we don't know if they're smart enough to be able to describe the car and, like, the license plate, but...
I mean, if they're being used to keep an eye on us and not actively just being sent to kill us, then probably.
Yeah. And again, I am going invisible. I could probably take off the license plates. It's a very noticeable car. There's no point in doing that. I can't give it a whole paint job in 5 minutes.
Alrighty,
GTA.
so what's the plan?
As fun as it would be, I think Crew's just gonna like try to hand over the vanishing wayfinder to Ash. I don't know how to drive. I think you should probably take it.
You don't know how to drive.
Nope.
Really?
I walk. I can't afford a car.
I live in the woods.
That's why I'm not offering it to you.
I can drive a moped.
You know, that's still better than one. Okay. Really? You can't drive at all?
Would you like to find out?
You know, I still have to return the car back to him, so no. Alright, well, we'll find a corner and I'll go get it. Hold my yogurt.
Alrighty, so your whole goal right now is to lose the shadows that are tailing you, go invisible, retrieve the car, pick up the guys, and then drive the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And go to the pub and wait for the saw to blow over.
Yeah, we can get a drink or something.
Let's see. Let's see. So, roll me stealth, please.
If it's at all possible, could I Could I have Mate give the? He does need a help action.
All right. All right, Ash. So you take the vanishing wave planner from Croux and you book it, but not super quick, not quick enough to arouse suspicion, but you walk at a fairly brisk pace and you leave the guys to essentially just wait for you while you go pick up the car. And you sense eyes on you, following you as you break off from the group, and you take that as your opportunity. You weave back and forth in between the buildings, ducking into alleys, avoiding the shadows carefully enough. Normally you don't. You usually, that's your safety net most of the time, but not this time. You stick to the light areas, and you manage to evade your pursuer. It takes you a bit longer to get back to the car, but it's a lot safer. You don't think you're being followed anymore. And you drive the car back to where Cumaenos and Croux are waiting for you, and you usher them in.
Yep. Happen.
And clamber on in. Head on out.
Yeah, we'll be heading on out to the hotel.
I'm about to head out.
Hotel California.
Alright, and you guys head back to the hotel, and you manage to leave your pursuers in the dust. They can't catch up. And yeah,
We should
you
probably
arrive
park
back.
the car. We should probably park the car a fair bit away from the hotel.
It'll be alright.
I disagree, but
I mean, is there like a
I'm not the one
garage?
driving.
I mean, yeah, it's a hotel. I mean, there's probably parking space.
I mean,
Garage,
is it a
parking
parking
lot.
lot or is it a garage? Because garages are like underground typically.
It'd be it'd be a
they would be
lot.
hiding the car.
Uh,
Yeah, a
no,
lot is
it'd
very
be-
outside.
Take off license plate. Easy enough.
Yeah,
Minute
because the
crime.
car is unrecognizable except for the license plate. It's not very noticeably beat to all
Wait.
hell.
I'm a genius. Do we have any paint? Or can we easily procure some paint?
You're gonna repaint this man's car.
Yes.
I mean, he can't not hate it.
It's alright, we're playing GTA.
Can't say no.
All while he's driving like Tyrion's car.
He's getting a fresh coat of paint. What do you mean? Why would he be upset?
So
Buffing out some of the scratches, getting a nice fresh coat of paint.
I have to wonder if he would be mad or nice or happy about it.
So
I guess it depends on the color if it looks good or not.
while you guys are discussing this, I actually looked it up. Look at prestidigitation.
How can I
One
do
of the
that?
options is tidy, which is color, clean, or soil an object of light bulk or less. You can infect an object of 1 bulk with 10 rounds of concentration and a larger object of 1 minute per bulk. So you literally could change the color of a car if you had enough time. Just
Really?
prestidigitation it.
I guess the question is how much bulk is a car?
Hang on.
We gotta look it up now.
I'd have to assume like 10 or
At
over.
minimum 10. Like, no way it's less.
Let me look at the. I don't think the vehicles have weights listed. One moment.
Yeah, because you're not meant to put them in your pocket.
You're not meant to put a vehicle in a bag of holding.
Just cash shrink and then put it in your pocket.
Well, you see, I wasn't even planning on doing that. There's a reason why I wanted to actually get paint.
You want
Specifically
actual
paint. Because I have helpful wood spirits, and I can tell them to paint the fucking car.
Would Wisp paint the car?
Oh my god!
Get to work.
Imagine like a pedestrian walking by and they're like They see just wood spirits just
The
going to work.
freeloaders get to work.
I mean, if you do that, that'd be
This is-
hilarious.
Which one we doing,
Gotta
boys?
be a mockery of nature, though. Getting a wood spirit specifically to paint a car.
Hey, everybody's got to pay rent, okay? there's a grain spirit running a fucking diner. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
You know, I like the idea better.
Oh my.
Alright, yeah.
It could work. Could work together. The problem is, though, we would need paint. We could probably stop by like a 7-Eleven, pick up a bucket of paint.
Stop by-
Yeah, you
stop-
could.
Stop by a Sherwin-Williams.
A general store.
Oh wait, no, I forgot. Different world. Stop by a wait, no, wrong number. Not 9. Stop by a 10-11.
10-11.
So you're gonna buy some paint and have like little wood spirits do some painting.
Hey, why not?
Okay. Hang on. Let me see how much.
Color.
Yeah. So like, paint would probably, and getting enough paint to paint a car would probably be like, I want to say like 5 GP. So let's see here. So yeah, you can do that. You go ahead and buy paints and then come back and just paint the car. So
I have 5 GP? Hang on. I do. I definitely.
Yeah.
so
I was like, are you broke?
I'm a hobo.
I really want you to describe this for me.
What
does
color
this-
are we using?
What does this look like?
Well, the exact way that this would probably play out is he wouldn't actually like describe why he wants paint or what his plan is. He would just be like, as we're driving back, just sitting in the seat, we need to stop for paint.
Why?
I'm going to repaint the car.
Oh.
By yourself?
Well, kind of.
Alright.
All right.
Do you know where to get
just-
car paint?
Just drop me off at a hardware store.
There's one like 3 blocks down, 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
Why do you know that?
I buy my wrenches.
Don't they give them to you?
Oh, no. It's because a hardware store is like a vet for him.
It beats the kind of guy
You have to know in case something happens to Maid.
who buys a bunch of wrenches, I guess.
Ah. So that's how it works.
He feels for it again.
We got spare parts over there for me. I guess that's how it works.
Dude, are you good? Just making sure.
This happens occasionally.
Like once a session at least.
Alright, we'll go to the department store, I guess.
Yeah, just while you're there, get yourself like 2 new wrenches.
I mean, he does need to get a new one. There is one currently stuck in a roof.
But yes,
Oh, wait.
from
Oh wait, no, I think we got that one back. Did we?
no,
No, it's
we're
still
painting this
stuck
shit
in the roof.
blue.
You want a blue? I know a good color for blue.
It's almost like he's done this before. With a certain hot rod.
Undisclosed.
I mean, which blue are we talking? Royal blue, midnight blue, blue green?
Blue. It doesn't matter that much. He just grabs a random can of blue paint off the shelf.
Roll for blue.
For blue.
Oh wait, hell no, I got you. It's
Yes,
blue.
It's blue.
I'm just imagining it's just like the brightest shade of like baby blue.
Pastel. Periwinkle.
Ariwankle.
You go ahead and buy your blue paint. You buy several cans actually because hey, I don't think one would really cover a whole car.
Not well.
It's fine. And from there, we would go and return back to the hotel, upon which Minos would unceremoniously get out of the back, kind of just like look out towards the woods and whistle. Then from the tree line, out skitters forth. Let me actually grab the spell so I can actually cast it. Out skitters forth a force of wood spirits from the woods. Start rolling and bounding over one another, floating by.
There's your wood spirits.
And there you go. Upon
And it
arriving,
paints over the course of 1 minute.
upon arriving, he would have them all line up, and then we'd hand each of them a brush and assign them the chore to paint the car. All right, and this does need to be done in somewhat of a timely fashion.
The spell only lasts a minute.
I mean,
Nah, it's fine.
that'd be enough. That'd be enough, I think.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of spirits.
A lot of spirits. The wood spirits stare at you with cute beady little eyes, Cumaenos, almost confused for a second what you're asking them, but they seem to get the message and they nod excitedly and salute you, and then scramble over each other, nearly spilling the paint in the process, and rush over to the car and begin essentially slathering paint everywhere all over the car. They're not...
Yeah, I don't think they
Oh
do a
god,
good
you got
job.
the windows. Oh god,
He's
they got the windows.
supervising. He's supervising.
Yeah, you're
I'll
just
tell them
standing
to
there
stop
watching.
if they start trying to paint somewhere where they shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Although
they're
it's very funny to imagine them all saluting with their little paintbrushes.
Oh, that actually is really cute.
Yeah, you hear a lot of gibbering and chattering, making weird noises and rustling noises because they're wood spirits. Like they're scrambling and tumbling all over each other, trying to paint the car. It doesn't seem like something they've really ever done before, so it's weird and awkward and kind of funny. And they're not neat about it. Like, try to imagine any sort of fae or fairy trying to do a task that requires intense precision and focus. Yeah.
It's like a child painting.
Like a child painting, like it's finger painting. So the paint job is very haphazard and messy at first, but after a couple of seconds of you directing them, they get better, sort of. I mean, it works. It's painted. It's about as good as it's gonna get.
I mean, later Ash could like prestidigitation to make it better.
He could, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, after a minute, the wood wisps stop and stare at you and look very, very proud of their paint job.
Who has
Yes,
been
sure.
recording them painting the car?
Yes, you all did a very good job. Thank you very much.
Do you have evidence of vandalizing?
New Vport video.
Don't post that.
It would be a good old. It would be a perfect YouTube viewport short.
Post the video recording us hiding the car that we're trying not to get
Not
caught.
yet. Not gonna post it yet.
Only after all this is resolved. Duh.
What's the word for an enough time has passed after a crime where it's like no, you can no longer be charged for it?
Statute of limitations.
Statute
Yeah,
of
once the
limitations.
statute of limitations for vandalism wears off. and when we're no longer getting attacked by the mob.
Is it vandalism if it's a car that was loaned to you?
It is.
I don't think they
It
saw
was
us
never. It was
changing
never
the
an.
color.
It was never an official loan, so I don't believe it would be. It was never our property,
Yeah.
so thus it is still vandalism.
Okay.
The Woodwisps warble happily at a job well done, and they salute at you one more time before scrambling back to the woods. Whee! And they disappear.
There they go.
The
Like that,
car
we
is
turn
now
around.
blue.
Would you
We now
someone
have a
to come
blue
with a
van.
license plate?
That'll wash off.
No, honestly, I might as well keep it for now. Just, I got some paint remover somewhere in my bag. Can use that later, but in case they remembered our license plate.
I mean, I would not be surprised if they did, to be perfectly honest with you.
1 second, this is me not knowing road laws. What do you have to do to replace your license plate?
Usually go to a Ministry of Transportation office, at least here. You get issued a new
Yeah.
license plate.
Like,
Too
and even
much
in the
time.
period of, well, even in the period of time where you're waiting for a new one to come in, like, you get like a little temporary one that you can
Yeah, you
slap
get a
on there.
template.
It's still not your car though.
Yeah, it's not our car, so we
It won't
can't.
come back to us.
Also, I don't even think we could issue one. I think we would need to provide ID for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you don't have.
I can get a fake one.
Does Kesley hack and steal Waylon's ID?
I mean, we could get a vanity one in the meantime, but this is probably good enough. We should probably actually go and tell the others what we found now. It's almost been it's been almost an hour. He might be able to. Doc might get his info soon. Saves the video to his phone. Post it or not, it's just gonna be a fun video to watch. A bunch of little woodland critters painting a car.
All right, let's.
Yeah, it was arts and crafts for them. It wasn't even labor. Not really. You can't find me for this.
That's what I tell to the government when I have my legions of children create art that I sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hey, don't rat out my business.
Your passive cash flow.
Alright.
Create passive income. Force infants to make art for you.
Oh my god.
Ash will head inside. Make his way to the meeting room.
Alrighty, by this point, Doc, you will have received the information package containing Myiari's GPS tracking data and information on her last, contract before she disappeared or went missing.
Okay.
Alrighty. 1 second. I'm out of breath, from chasing
Not
the
bad.
rabbit around.
It's fine.
So, her last job before she went missing it seemed to be a standard rescue contract in town, interestingly enough. But it's not weird or out of place considering how many duels and stuff that have been going on due to the tournament. That's not unusual. And it seems that her last location, according to her tag data, was excuse me, a building just on the edge of town. And as far as you know, that building is abandoned, but is used very frequently for team battles and such.
I see.
Kind of like a paintball arena almost. The building's not occupied, but errands like to use it for conducting training or battles.
I think Doc would be able to recognize the building for being a local.
Yeah, he'd know.
Well, that's a familiar place. And at this point, like, the rest of the party would come in, and Doc would say, "You guys sure took a lot longer to get back."
Crew probably has some like specks of blue paint on him, just from being close enough to that.
What were you guys handling?
The van is now blue.
For what reason in particular? I mean, I can probably already guess, but just say it already.
Why would
these
I
guys,
say
there are, we got followed.
Yeah, okay, I see. Do you know by what?
Shit, I forgot to actually take. Oh wait, no, would have taken a picture so that I could see them. You remember those shadows that chased us before?
I remember.
Bit stronger this time. Looks like they won't be able to get run over by a car as easily.
Well, they're taking us a bit more seriously, I guess. If they're gonna send these things this strong.
We also Myiari didn't get home. Ash, you still have those. I mean, do we think there's anything else to learn from the person? No, probably something else that we can learn from the guy who was found cigarette butts in a place that could reasonably have been watching Myiari.
You have evidence?
Mm-hmm.
The cigarette butts.
I need those now.
What are you gonna do? Eat it?
I can do other things than just eat them.
Alright, you'll just place them on the table.
I'd like two, preferably.
Right there.
Alright, first one, he's definitely gonna back. Yeah.
I'm gonna finish your thought.
Well, first one he's gonna bag up for DNA testing later. You know, like a normal person would do.
Yeah, just ignore all of the someone else's fingerprints on them.
I mean, saliva DNA testing is a thing.
Yeah, true.
He'll bag that one up properly, like, you know, normal forensics procedure. Because he'll be hoping to find something similar to this location he'll be going to soon. And the second one he's gonna absorb it.
Of course he is.
Open the mouth.
No.
Munch. Yes, I know this person.
What is the flavor of this used
No.
cigarette?
No, don't put cursed thoughts in my head, please.
Marlboro.
Oh my god! Just sucking on a bunch of menthols.
I know this brand. It's Marlboro.
Oh god, this guy spoke some Newports.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
It's not like that though.
I'm sorry. I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
I can't unsee that.
It sounds like you're outvoted.
Well, you better not make an emo of Doc smoking a cigarette now.
Eating
Not
cigarettes.
Smoking a cigarette,
eating.
eating.
Eating a cigarette, that's the same thing, right?
I'll take a cigarette and eat it.
You know those like chalk candies that like
Yeah.
as a kid
Yes.
you pretended to smoke on them?
Yeah.
It's the other way around this time.
Cigarette pack like a bag of chips. Hey buddy, you gotta smoke? Like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, thanks. And just takes one,
You need a
pops it in your
lighter
mouth,
too?
eats
Nah.
it.
You know what?
You
If I
need a
see
light
somebody
mag,
just
good.
bite down on a cigarette, I'm not questioning it. They've got some. They've already got enough in their life to worry about.
Yeah, all 3 days left of it at that point.
It's a new way to extract the nicotine from it, I guess.
Just have to, absorb it directly. No, Doc doesn't
Come
eat
on.
them like that.
Come on, haven't you heard of edibles? It's the same thing.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't like that, but you're not wrong, I guess.
This is a new way to interpret edibles.
I really don't like it. But
He's not gonna absorb the entire cigarette, okay?
Sorry,
Why not?
DJ.
Yeah, you're picking up the cigarette butts like you're a child in the 1970s.
No. No.
I am glad that we move forward from ancient history to 1970s, though.
Yes.
I'm sorry, DJ. It's funny at your expense.
That one's not going anywhere for a while.
Let's just get
You
this
say
over
at
with.
your
Alright.
expense. I feel like not everyone feels that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone feels that attacked right now.
I sure as hell ain't sorry about it.
But so Doc is
Let's just get this over with.
absorbing the cigarette butt.
Using his gift, assimilation.
Okay. Yeah, so your image kind of cracks like the glass in a mirror for a split second. You do this in front of everybody. So I think Duncan actually gets to see this for the first time.
I think he's seen it before, but still.
In the crack in the mirror, fleshy tentacle pops out and snatches the cigarette butt and drags it back into the weird
mouth.
void and returns from where it came, and your image reforms as if nothing happened, and you absorb the cigarette butt. What information would you like from absorbing or assimilating the cigarette?
Okay, so I know that I can only, I guess what I'd want is any info you can give me that's like maybe a bit before the scouting. Because I wouldn't
So-
doubt Doc would be able to see the same thing Cumaenos did from just assimilation.
Okay, alright, so
You can interpret how you give me that info as you wish.
let me just double check something, because
Because I guess you get to see things with this.
yeah. Let me just double check. What date is it? It is the 14th. Okay. So, when was the train station? That was like, what, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been 3 days. Okay. So, how do I want to explain this? So the most recent memories that you're able to glean from assimilating the cigarette butt, the most recent one is, and it stands out very, very vividly, is either a radio or cell phone conversation with a very, very pissed off Quint, telling this person, the scout, to find these assholes and their friends and make them pay. And essentially tracking down and managing to find Myiari and witnessing her pick you guys up after your raid on the well, what was it? The factory
Yeah.
earlier the previous day. And then following her home. And then following her out to her contracts, and that's about all you get before the last memory ends.
Before the effect wears off.
Yeah. Ow, fuckers.
So yeah, as Doc does that, he becomes lost in thought for a long while after every time he does this. And he eventually will kind of snap out of the trance and relay the info to everyone about how, yeah, this man had a conversation to scout us and make us pay, including our friends. And whoever this was witnessed Myiari pick us up that day after the raid. And since I assimilated, will I be able to tell anything about who this man is?
So this person is just some rank and file goon, no one of note or in particular. They're a scout, that much you know. And best you can tell, he's definitely been observing Myiari for at least 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. Okay.
You got a name or a face?
I think the man's too low ranking for it to be anything of note.
Is his name Bob?
Francis?
I'm not making Chloe bring up the random name generator.
Julian?
Escobar.
Escobar.
Anyways, I don't think the name matters. Okay. Anyways, I got the info you asked for. Cumaenos, you want phone data, right?
One more time, what do you say?
Cumaenos, you want the phone data, right?
Well, I mean, I just wanted to know where she was last. That way we could backtrack.
Well, I figured that out. Her last known location was at this building, at the far corner of town. It's been abandoned for a while. I've even been there a few times myself. It's where errants like to duel. His lot's empty and all that.
Ah, I see.
That's where she was last, so we can head out anytime. And the contract she was following is a normal rescue contract, so
nothing about it seemed any. I guess there's no. I mean, you would know? Is there any way to tell like a normal rescue contract from like a trap, basically? Since
yeah, who posted the rescue contract? Might I ask? Oh.
So rescue contracts, like they pop up automatically whenever a distress beacon is activated, and it usually pings whoever is closest.
Yeah. Well, if they were tracking Myiari, I think it'd be easy to, ping Myiari. That's my general thought. So, like, is there any info to tell, like, who's the owner of the Express Beacon?
Oh, like who owns it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that'd be info rescue areas would have.
Yeah, it would be. So, give me one moment, because this might require a little extra, like, actual skill stuff. One moment.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see.
the second we get a name, Crew would be like looking in, basically checking social media for like, if that person has like an account.
All right. So this would actually be an Arcana check.
Arcana. That's
Yeah.
unusual. Okay.
Or I think no, wait, no, not Arcana. This would be Society. Never mind.
Okay. I was wondering.
Society.
Boundary has once again decided to be slow, but I would like to give the help action if I can. or the
Yeah, sure.
aid action since I
Go for it.
I have proficiency.
Okay. And I'm guessing none of my lures would apply here.
Can I use my
No.
scouting lure?
Scouting lore would not help with this.
Or just society?
Yeah, just society.
Is all that work here, so I'll wait for Phoe to give that aid check.
You'll have to be waiting for a second. I need to refresh Foundry again. Though
fine.
in the meantime, I'll ask because my method of helping is basically like checking social media and all that for like if that is a person, since there are very few people who never post, who don't have anything. Would I be able to use my influencer lore?
Actually, yes, you could.
Alright, hell yeah.
6 for that.
Reload Foundry. I have no clue why it's being so slow right now.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
You can't? That's a personal failure for you. You should be able to tell me.
Breathe.
Right. And it's downloading. And okay. Alright, almost in.
Watch me get all this and I'll roll 2 ones.
Alright. Loading in the map. There we go. God damn it.
Just want to see if it
There
improves
we
if
go.
we change maps.
Influencer lore, go. I am going to hero point that.
Do it again.
That is indeed a 2.
I mean, that's still a success on a standard DC.
Aid is 15. Is DC 15, yeah?
Assuming we are using standard ADC.
Oh yeah, no,
What,
yeah,
what
that'd,
if?
that'd be a success. Yeah.
But you
What if
can
you
Yeah,
get
use
more success?
A crit success would only be a +2.
But
Zone
I'll-
can't be a +1.
Yeah. +1 circumstance, which you already get.
From what?
Investigator.
Oh yeah, pursue a lead, right.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't matter. Aid doesn't matter. Okay.
It wouldn't matter if I crit succeeded, but
Yeah, because it'd be higher. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll the society. As that one, like I said, it would happen. So let me just re-roll that. A 30.
There you go.
There you go, much better. Alright, so, with the help of Ash and Croux cross-referencing, errant profiles for you, so the tag that pinged Myiari for a rescue contract, everything seems normal at first. They have an active errant profile with a photo and stats and everything, but strangely enough, no list of completed contracts. The history seems unusually empty.
What rank are they?
And it would be iron, which would be the lowest.
Okay.
And it becomes obvious very, very quickly that this is a dummy tag. It is a fake.
Yep.
Think.
They abused the rescue system to kidnap Myiari.
Yeah, like as far as Croux is able to determine for you, this person does not exist.
Yep. Okay. Have to report that later. Anyways.
Can't believe people are faking
I was literally
Errant
about
ranks.
to ask, is this like, he looks real, but it's just like an AI generated face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe people would do that.
Yeah, this person, whoever put this just speaking, is a fake.
people do that? Go on the internet and lie?
People
Can't
spread
believe it.
misinformation on the internet. Oh my goodness.
Actually, you want to know what's creepy? There is a thing that exists. I know people have used it for generating NPC portraits or whatever, but there's like this image generator. It wasn't AI, but at least as far as I know, this was from a few years ago. It basically created images of people, and it's very, very real. It's hyper realistic, but these people do not exist.
What page? This person does not exist.com. It's still up. You can use it.
It still exists. Yeah.
Yeah, this person does not exist.com.
It's very
right there.
it's very creepy. Yeah.
It is genuinely impressive, I will say, because
Yeah.
you know you tried a few times. Just yeah, you know. I'm pretty sure that person was down the street actually.
I mean, sometimes you'll get a person with like an extra nose instead of an ear, but yeah, usually they are
Not
very
seen
real.
that website, but maybe I haven't used it enough.
But yeah, this was long before the whole AI explosion. This person does not exist. And it's very interesting and creepy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that's what you're able to determine, Doc.
Okay. Now that we know that, now I gotta plan how we want to get there. Because ideally, well, yeah. What do you have?
I mean, I was just gonna say that we definitely don't want to just walk up. It seems fairly obvious it's a trap.
Yeah, that's
for
my
us.
fault. So I was hoping we'd get, our scout boy to scout it.
Don't call me that.
That was our character. But yeah. I was hoping we'd get Ash to go check and see if there's actually no one in there.
Yeah.
It's
I can
fairly
do
dark.
that.
It can be fairly dark in there, so if you are being pursued by shadows, labial creatures in there.
Sure, I can handle it.
Overall, there's shouldn't be that big of a problem, but still, if we want to investigate this, we have to go there.
And we'd have to go we should probably go right now, you know?
Yeah.
The-
The longer we wait, the more she's in danger.
Well, hopefully the spirits didn't even paint the inside of the van too.
Let's just try it.
Let me see this paint job of yours.
Ours, huh? More like vandalism than a paint job.
It hides all the scratches. Oh, wait, no, I think they gave a couple new ones.
Yeah, more than likely. They're wood spirits. They probably only have the vaguest concept of what a car is or how to treat it.
I mean, like I said, any spots that are missed, you can use participation.
Yeah, we can buff that out.
Who's got it besides me?
As long as it's mostly painted, it's fine, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, Doc, so they've parked the van out front, and at first you don't notice it. You know, it's your former boss's vehicle. At first you don't notice it, but when it comes into view, the best way to describe it is that it looks like a child
Gaudy.
painted it. It looks like a child painted it with finger paints.
Yeah,
Vandalism, right?
you certainly made it look like that.
I did not paint it. If you want to insult the wood spirits, you can.
Wood spirits painted this.
Yes.
Yeah, I have the. Probably shouldn't show the video right now. Right, more important things.
Well,
Fix it later.
yeah, just take us there, please.
Alright,
I'd rather
hop
get there
in.
sooner before it's nightfall.
Alrighty. Would you guys like to go to the location?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Vroom, vroom.
Let me just
I'm
double
bringing
check.
my bird with me.
You'll bring peace.
Mhm.
Moment.
I'll bring it.
Let me just put your tokens.
We certainly got fairly sidetracked this session.
That's fine.
A little.
We still did our stuff, just some of it took a lot longer.
Alright, activate.
Katana, huh?
Yes, that's the name. That's the name of the sword in your inventory now.
Wait, what's the name?
Katana.
Oh my god. Alright, so you guys all loaded in?
Yep.
Actually, I have ready check for a reason. Boop.
This place is rather disgusting.
I heard this place is once used for a paintball fight.
Yeah, so you guys drive out to the location, and it doesn't really have a name, but people know it as the Urban Arena, which is much more humble than the arenas, the arena facilities at the Errants Association. This place is used. It used to be an old guild hall, actually, before the guild that owned it upgraded to a new location. And this building has been abandoned for quite a while, but it's been left empty to allow errants and the local populace to use it for urban combat. So paintball, errants, battles, things like that.
Even a little bit of crime.
Maybe even a little bit of crime.
As a treat.
Yeah.
Every place deserves its government-sanctioned crime area.
Yeah, it's a little divey, a little skeevy, sketchy. Just, abandoned building near the edge of town. But people use it on the regular.
Okay. So first things first. You wanna scout it out, Ash?
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Do you wanna? Would you like to summon a friend to make you invisible?
Yeah, that would be great.
Bring out Wisp Summoner, summon Light Wisp, make Ash go bye-bye.
Well, if you want to, you can keep the wisp out.
I need it if we're attacked by shadows.
Yeah, if we're
Yeah,
attacked by
true.
shadows, it'll be helpful just to have.
Keep him here for now. Just out.
Yeah, so you're summoning a light wisp.
Yep. So that it can cast invisibility on Ash.
Alright. So you use the summoning array and summon a very bright and cheerful light wisp. It pops up in front of you and goes, "Hey!" It smiles brightly. Well, I guess you assume it smiles at you. Looks at you
You are-
expectantly.
Crew
His
puts
eyes
on.
are always happy.
Crew activates a welding mask version of his glasses to be able to look at the wisp.
Don't stare directly at it.
Puts on eclipse goggles. Hey, bud. Can you make him go bye-bye? Make him not seeable, but then let's make sure he can still
You
see, make sure
trying
he
to
can still
blind
see.
This language can blind people. It can do that.
Make it so they can't see. Okay.
Cast color spray.
Stares at Croux. And then stares at Ash. Makes a cheerful noise, bounces up and down, and then seems to vibrate and emit some prismatic sparkles as it casts invisibility on Ash. It seems to be doing like a little ritualistic dance almost.
Where did I learn that?
Yeah.
Anyways, there's peace on this map?
Pieces in the Pokeball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll make his way through. Is this blocked? Did they go all the way around?
There's a gate
Oh.
there.
There's a gate, but it doesn't seem to be locked. So the entire building is surrounded by, I guess, a chain link fence, sorta. But the gate does not seem to be locked.
I guess first things first, well...
Wait, where's Mate? Oh, there he is.
Well, Ash is doing that. Doc is gonna search for Myiari's vehicle, which I can probably assume that's it.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
literally it.
That one right there. Yeah.
Yep.
We've been in it enough times to know.
We don't use doors here. I'm gonna go through the window.
Well, we could let Ash do all that. Wait on investigating the vehicle for now.
Alright,
What does Ash do?
What are you doing right now?
I'm going to teleport through the window so I don't have to open the door.
Okay.
But can you drag me through?
Yeah. Boop.
Yeah. Why is this man following me?
I thought you wanted the wisp following you.
It's kind of a bright light
Oh,
bulb.
okay.
In the spotlight.
It'll hang around outside. Nope.
Okay.
Hang around with the guys. Sweet.
Let me see.
So Ash,
Moving
once you're
as sneaky
inside.
as possible.
Yeah, once you're inside, you see essentially what looks like a paintball arena setup. You see little piles of sandbags creating walls in between or defensive fortifications in various places. You see crates English. You see crates stacked high to create obstacles and barriers. The interior is also pocketed with blast marks, rubble, and the remains of shattered arrows and empty bullet casings. This place has seen a lot of use over the years.
There any noises inside? Anything I can hear?
Perception check, please.
Perception. Two.
So all you hear, aside from the sound of the wind blowing outside, you hear dripping of water, and that's about it.
Sounds like no one's here.
Good to check anyway, so.
Huh. First room. I was tempted to go, let's check if the plumbing still works. Nobody's in here, right? Just looking around. Can't tell if anybody's in here.
There's also a second floor to this place.
Oh,
Why are you there?
Sorry. Let me move that. That's not supposed to be there. Sorry, let me move that away. There we go.
potions. Do they look used?
Aw. Most of them are broken or empty. And there's puddles of dried liquids on the floor.
Some also might be just too old to be usable now.
Yeah, the ones that are still undamaged and full, they're not labeled and they do not have any form of identification. You can't really tell what's in them.
Alright, I pick one up.
Some,
Okay.
some of them looks like energy drinks. Oh no.
I'm gonna put one in my bag and walk out.
So you can add to your inventory a mysterious potion.
Do that a little bit. Okay, nothing looks amiss over here, yeah? I'll clear downstairs, I suppose. What's this?
You see, that? You see a long string of cloth hanging down from the railing above, reaching the floor.
It's like a banner.
Yeah, it's like a banner. You could climb up it if you want. Looks like it can hold your weight.
Okay, we will try. Oh,
Ash is gone now.
To the moon.
any noise coming from up here?
Perception check.
Ooh, that was bad. My last hero point.
It's worth it, trust me.
Yeah. We gotta give it anything worse than a 1, right?
21.
You hear the rustling of papers coming from the second floor.
Can I tell, like, is it from north or south of the room?
Oh, let's see here. Hey. Where are you? From the north.
Okay. Just empty paper, a sword, and books. Here. Noise getting louder.
Yeah, it's getting louder.
Oh,
This seems to be where
Oh,
the
wow.
rustling's coming from.
alright, we're gonna examine this little circle. It looks like a ritual circle.
Mm-hmm. This would be. Arcana or occult?
Ooh, better in occult. Yikes.
No hero points.
Yeah, you can't figure out anything. It looks suspicious. Definitely looks like somebody summoned something here once upon a time, but I'm not sure what or what the purpose, what other purpose this would have served.
I'll have to get the guys to check it out.
But where's the paper rustling coming from?
That's where it was coming from, that room.
Okay.
The window seems to be partially open because due to a crack in it, and there's a breeze rushing through.
Okay.
Anything in here?
Not that you can tell.
You. He sits at the door now.
Like, if you want to look for anything in greater detail, you will have to roll for it. Or tell me what you're looking for.
I mean, that's probably when you bring us in.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that, no one's in here. Not looking for anything.
Yeah, that's the scout's job. Look for suspicious things.
Alright. While walking through, would I notice anything for, any signs of Myiari, if she's been somewhere, if she was looking for something? Footprints.
That might be hard to see.
That would be perception, I believe.
Lisa.
Alright, 27. So, you see a lot of footprints. This place has seen a lot of traffic, and it's hard to discern anything what with all the rubble and leftover ammunition and just pretty much the signs of battle all throughout the building. But you do see a boot tread that seems a little more recent. You kind of recognize it as belonging to Myiari because, hey, you know fashion, you've seen her footwear, you can kind of identify it pretty easily.
Alright, guys, write that down. Ash stares at people's feet.
No, don't get me started, please.
Huh?
I get.
Don't
I go
get
on
Phoe
the-
ranting on that subject.
Foot fetish rant.
Phoe's ranted
Don't
about
get
that
me-
before. Do not start it.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But
Trying to.
yeah, you recognize the boot tread, but also, her footsteps seem to have tracked in a little bit of mud, like she walked through something wet. So that is what allows you to identify her footprints as the most recent. And you kind of see the footprints, at least initially, lingering around on the first floor, going from place to place, as if trying to look for something or someone.
That would chances are the person that she believes she was sent to rescue.
And if I follow those, where do they end?
So, the footsteps before they dry up seem to head to the second floor.
Well, first, Ash will let everyone know that it's clear to come in.
Okay. Well, Ash was doing that. Doc would have been investigating Myiari's car.
Okie doke.
If there's anything to do with that or not.
Let's see, where are you guys? You guys are over here. Alright, so... roll perception for investigating the car.
Alrighty. Perception. Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Okay, 29. Okay, so... with 29... So... What immediately stands out to you, being a medic and a rescue errant, you know where Myiari keeps her medical supplies, and whenever she's out on a call, where she, where she keeps them when she's out on a call, and you notice the compartment in her vehicle is popped open, and her medical bag is missing. It's not there. There's still other supplies in it, but her medical bag is not present.
Okay, her phone is still missing too.
Her phone is missing as well.
Okay. So it's pretty much just been raided.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You also notice that the keys are also still in the ignition.
Huh. They didn't bother to take the car. Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Doc will just take the keys out so no one else can steal it. And I don't know if he'd be able to comb for any kind of foreign samples or not.
You could, if you want to.
I think he'll wait on that. For
Okay.
now, I think interior takes priority. It's just a thing to keep note of, huh? But yes. Doc and a party of wisps will begin to enter.
Crew definitely would follow. It's not even this bad in like other games. It's just specifically ReGenesis that Foundry doesn't like me.
I am as confuzzled as you are. This happens in like other games I'm in too, where just one person, the Foundry just hates them. It's very weird.
I can hop out of the window.
Anyways, yeah, Doc will wander in and doesn't know where Ash is, but he's invisible.
A fair reason to not know why not. Yeah.
I guess he'll radio in with the earpiece. Ash, where are you?
I'm upstairs.
Okay, did you find anything of note?
Foot tracks. Recent ones. They end up here.
Guess Doc will follow them as well. Up to the second floor.
Ash will look for anything that is of Myiari's property, anything that he would notice that she had.
Okay.
Guess Doc will look too, since he knows that well enough.
Might as well
Right,
keep watch downstairs so the fuzz does not get us, or somebody else show up to investigate the scene after they saw us show up.
Alright, so whoever's looking for clues, roll perception checks. Doc, you can provide, pursue a lead, and clue
Yes.
in.
I can clue into anyone who's doing this, so I sound.
So what is that? It's +1?
Yeah.
That'd be a +1 reaction, yeah. I believe it's status, or is it circumstance?
I believe it's circumstance.
Okay, circumstance.
22.
Perception check.
Alright, let's see here.
Preferably, we'd like to find the room where the business cooked down.
Room where it happened.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find things with a sign of struggle if everything in here is broken.
Yeah, like, there's very obvious signs of combat. This place is used a lot.
Yeah.
But
Anything recent is the thing.
actually, yeah. You do see some scorch marks in the floor that look like they're from a much more recent struggle. Like, you can actually see the pock marks. They look like they just occurred yesterday, maybe.
Like a grenade launcher, perhaps?
Yeah. Like, the craters seem too new. Like, with all the other places, the scuff marks are kind of worn and faded, and the craters are shallow and worn away from just, erosion and wear. But the impact craters for these ones, up here, they look new.
Alright. So Myiari was attacked up here. Do you know where the footprints end?
They've dried up, just coming up
Ah.
here.
Okay.
Real quick, can I do some kind of check to see, like, if there are, like, seeing that there are new recognizable scorch marks?
Mhm.
Could I do some kind of check to see, like, different kinds? Because, like, different weapons leave different footprints, for lack of a better word.
Sure. Yeah, that would be engineering for you.
Alright, I am trying to go upstairs, but Foundry isn't letting me, but just trust me. There we go.
I did it for you.
Oh. Alright, let me move them up so I can just use, alright. Engineering, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and as part of this, I would also like to, depending on how I do, I would also like to see if I can figure out what the weapons were. Alright,
I can give you a
here
clue in book.
Go.
Oh,
I don't
never mind.
fucking need it. Also, clue ins once every 10 minutes.
Okay.
Or every minute or 10 minutes, one of those.
Alright, so Croux, you know what Myiari's weapon looks like. You know the kind of loadout she carries for her stuff. And the impact raiders definitely look like stuff from her rifle. And then there's others from... not necessarily... weapons you recognize. They look like claw marks, actually. And then, what else? They look like... Let me just double check this. What weapons do I have? They don't look like bullets. What does she have? Yeah, so like some of the craters and like floor damage, they don't look like firearms. They look like melee weapons and magic.
Claws, various melee weapons, and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Uh, I'm trying to remember. The shadows we saw, they had claws, right?
Yes.
Did they look about like... I mean, I didn't get the best look at them, of course, but does it seem reasonable to assume that, like, these are their claws, like, about the same, like, space apart?
Probably. You can assume. Well, I mean, you rolled really high in your engineering. Yeah, they look identical. They look like, yeah, shadow claws.
Right. Yeah, Crew just walks up, looks at somewhere on the ground, kneels down, alright, dealing with those shadows we saw earlier, and also looks like other people, mainly using, melee and magic, I feel like I'm asking for a bit much here, but I think, like, the three different types of melee, bludgeoning, piercing, and stabbing, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, they would leave different marks on the ground.
yeah.
Would I be able to, like, see if, is it, like, about an even mix, or is there, like, mostly bludgeoning, mostly slashing, mostly piercing?
Slashing.
Okay.
Someone was using edged weaponry.
Alright. Dealing with those shadows, at least some others, though, also using, slashing weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Like an axe or a sword, and, some magic here.
Would there be blood on the ground?
This would be medicine.
Okay. I'll have to read something. Because whenever I have to do anything mess related, I get complicated.
Seeing what you can get on. If Healer's Glove is just a item bonus to all medicine checks.
I'm not looking at that.
Oh, okay.
While you guys are doing that, back to Ash. Yeah, you're looking for Myiari's belongings?
Yeah.
So yeah, with your check earlier, you actually do manage to find, Myiari's phone.
Oh.
Alright. We'll just scoop that up, put it in our pocket for later. Anything else near around it? Does it have any like
Hang on 1 second. I have to chase the rabbit off. 1 second.
Okay.
As one does. I can tell the session's running slightly long because I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This happens
Yeah, it's been a
sometimes.
solid 3 hours.
Sorry, Bunny was chewing on furniture. I had to stop him.
So
Anyway.
it's like, can I tell if it was like either like flung or like dropped, depending on like if it was like scuffed?
So immediately you can tell that the screen is cracked, but it's still functional. As for whether or not it was dropped or flung, from just the situational cues that you can, or the environmental cues, it looks like it was probably knocked out of her hand.
She might have been trying to do an emergency call. That'd be my guess. Yeah, like what was the thing she was last doing on the phone before it got knocked out of her hand?
Can I tell from the screen that's messed up?
No, you can't tell.
Okay.
I have to get it fixed.
I mean, you'd have to actually turn on the phone and put in the code, or to know exactly. What
Easy.
Whether or
I'll
not
do
it was like on an emergency call, you can't really tell.
Alright. Anyways, Phoe, as for the
Thievery.
oh, okay. You can do your fingers. It's fine.
We.
Could you use a thievery for it?
Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
24.
Yeah, that makes it. Okay. You managed to just from the wear on the phone screen, you figure out what her code is. And you managed to input it without much trouble. And indeed, it looks like the last thing she was trying to do was make a call.
Emergency contact, or was it contact on her phone?
It would have been emergency contacts. It's trying to call Doc.
Nice.
Actual call. Oh, I got her phone.
Oh. Huh. Guess they left it here, huh?
Probably got knocked about. Couldn't find it.
If you could gleam off it.
Only that, aside from finding whoever or whatever was here, she was trying to call you.
So situation's that bad, huh? Well, I hope we can find her soon, but let me just take a look at this bullet down here. Alright, Phoe, it's been a while since I've used this, but I have a complicated feat for this. Which is essentially I make a medicine skill, and then I get a +3 in any recall knowledge after that.
Okay.
Relating to whatever I find.
Okay. Go for it.
So let's do the medicine check first. Actually, I get a simulated knowledge from this because I assimilated recently. So, yeah,
Jesus, holy crap.
I'm mastering medicine.
Alright. So, what would you like to recall knowledge about?
I'm thinking.
Like
Yes,
in
this
regards
is
to the
in.
medicine.
Yeah. Okay, I think what I want to recall knowledge is if I'd be able to determine if all the blood that's fresh here is from one source or many sources.
Okay.
Like, whose it is, how many there are.
Okay. So let's see.
I'm trying to be like I'm trying to be an actual forensic investigator.
Alright, so
I think that's
I'm
a better
gonna-
way to word it.
Alright, so you can go ahead and roll a second medicine check with that bonus you're getting.
Okay.
So that's +3.
It doesn't stack or put through a lead, but it's fine. It's higher anyways. It's higher.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta actually input it one. There we go. Crit success 40. Quiz.
Let's go.
Nice. Okay.
That's the highest we've ever rolled on something.
Alright.
It's almost like you're rolling for your goddamn specialty right now.
Yes. It's almost like I built for this.
Okay. So with your perfect medicine check, I will tell you everything. Alright,
Nice.
so first thing you're able to determine, the blood that you're finding throughout the building, and particularly in this area that you guys are investigating, It is from, of course, a bunch of different sources. But in this particular area, the new blood is from 2 different sources, as far as you can tell. You don't know who. All you can, just from the way the way it pools and the direction of the spatter, yeah, it's definitely multiple sources. So, if Myiari was injured, she managed to deal as much damage back to whoever was attacking her.
That's good info to have.
Yeah. You do see some directional droplets moving into this room here.
Okay.
Yeah. And you see handprints on the window, particularly trying to get around the latch as if trying to get it open, and then you see the shattered glass, like trying to break out, and palm prints on the windowsill, like trying to escape.
Okay, so
Yeah.
those are very likely Myiari's.
Mm-hmm.
So Doc he wants to, of course, forensically take samples of both blood samples.
You also see drag marks going back in this direction.
Okay. Well, okay, any of the fresh blood he can get, he wants to try and pretty much scavenge what he can
Okay.
and store it.
Alrighty. Well, yeah,
Well,
you
he
just
assumes-
swab them.
What he assumes is Myiari's blood and the unknown perpetrator.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, mysterious circle. I want to identify it.
Alright. That is occult or arcana.
Okay, the cult is a lot higher. Still pretty high.
Jesus Christ, man.
My skills are mega high.
Yeah, investigators are insane skill monkeys, which are only, I think, outmatched by rogues.
They are both the same. The only
they're the
difference is
same?
that, yeah, they both get a skill every level
This
and
is
a
very
skill
different
feed every
from
level.
Fighters, who aren't
Like-
monkeys at all. We are
Well,
apes.
Well, no, rogues are technically better because investigators, they don't just get a free skill feed every level. They have to get one that's related to int wizard Ka skill.
Yeah.
So technically, rogues are a bit better, but investigators, they're int based, so they start with more skills typically.
Alrighty, so with that occult roll, so as far as you can tell, this spell circle is old. It is very old. It looks like it's been reused over the years, but it's still kinda old. It's been a while since the last time somebody used it. But it looks like this circle is used for summoning minions, for use in battle. So,
Okay.
I mean, given the place, it sounds about right.
I guess it hasn't been used at all in the previous few days.
Probably not now. Doesn't look
Okay.
like it.
Does it look similar to the one that we saw in the train station? The one
no,
that was
this is
hidden
different.
among the graffiti? Alright.
Nah, this is different.
Okay.
Like,
Hmm.
The one at the train station was more like a portal, so connecting two places, whereas this is like drawing from the planes, like, oh,
So
summon
this
a
is
minion
more
from
actual
elsewhere.
summoning, rather.
Yeah, this is more actual summoning.
Okay.
Okay. So, let's see. Alright. Since that's unrelated, it will exit and say, this is the room where she eventually got, I guess, knocked out. There's no evidence that she's dead, but there's definitely blood traces and traces of her trying to escape.
Some optimism you got there.
I'm worried, okay? If there was death, there'd be a heckin' lot more blood.
So they probably moved her somewhere else then.
There's drag marks right here, if you haven't seen them.
Oh, where did the drag marks lead again?
Basically
did they
just
leave
out
them?
of, out of the room. But
Hey, they probably...
they end fairly quickly.
So she was probably carried out here then. Actually, Crew, I have a job for you. You're an expert at hacking cameras, right?
Yeah, I was just about to ask if there were any cameras here, honestly.
I don't think there's any in this building that still work, but
But there are street cameras.
look out there.
I mean, well, I'm gonna... I mean, are there street cameras? Or, like, cameras in places nearby?
That'd be perception, please.
And I'll roll for, let me roll for the both of us.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So with that, yeah, there's, I mean, considering the kind of place that it is, while the building does seem abandoned, it is still in active use, and given the kind of people that frequent it, yeah, there's definitely a security camera just outside the gates
Alright,
and around the
That's not-
perimeter of the property.
cracks neck, cracks knuckles, cracks arms, cracks back, cracks more bones than there are in the human body. Let's get it. And by that I mean let's hack.
Hacker
Hacker
man.
man.
I'm realizing now I should probably, like, when I get a chance, have Crew just, like, install an actually good, like, VPN onto everyone's phones.
Probably should, yeah.
Say that we're at some random installation in the frozen wastes.
We're in your mom's house.
That would actually be very impressive if it, like, searched whoever was trying to look into it, found their mom's location, said it was there.
New pet project for Crew. Alright. Engineering?
Yeah, engineering lore.
And, well, the sheet doesn't want to open, so... There we are. That's good.
Alright, you managed to successfully hack the camera.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go to, well, starting at, like, 5 or so p.m. And then continuing from there to see if Crew can find when Myiari got. Made to sort of unfolds into a 3-monitor display to be able to
Alright.
see more cameras at once.
Alright, going through the footage. So, for the first hour or so, you don't really see much. But around 6 p.m., you see lights coming down the road towards the building. And you see a blue Jeep pull in. It's safe to assume that's Myiari. But on some other peripheral cameras, you also see, you see signs of a scuffle going on inside, and this lasts for about 10 minutes or so. And then you see on the gate footage a group of people dragging, well, 2 people dragging an unconscious Myiari out of the building and then dumping her into a van and driving away.
Alright. Immediately asking, because of how the cameras are positioned and with them driving away, do I get a view of the license plate of the van?
Interestingly, it is, well, yeah, you do. It's the local Texada plate.
Alright. Alright. Daka, you have any way? Oh wait, no, I forgot. Hey Daka, people. Any chance you can get people trying to find a van with a license plate? WE-R-NT-kidnappers.
I think it's a little exaggerated there. Well, Myiari used to
Probably
be
would
the
be
one
like an
that,
actual license plate. But...
well, Myiari and the Sky Marshals used to be the ones that look into that for me, but I can get Will to do it.
But will he?
He should be able to do it quickly.
I mean, yeah, assuming that they didn't, no, they probably wouldn't have ditched the van. This is probably asking a bit much, but like, what was the direction that they went? Like, just sort of like in terms of like nearby places, because depending on where I might honestly try to just
Track it down.
start to just keep going into cameras to try to track it down.
Okay.
Advanced hacker man, I see.
This is the only way I can help.
So the direction that you see it going, so it's going in the direction, the opposite direction that Myiari arrived in. So Myiari was coming from the south. The van that she was taken away in was going north, into the industrial district.
Yep. Alright.
Industrial district. I
Wouldn't expect it otherwise.
probably didn't go to one of the 3 factories that we already know of, though. Probably to one of the warehouses instead.
We still have that warehouse address.
We do.
Where they were meant to bring their kidnapping, where they were meant to bring us if we ever got kidnapped. So,
Oh,
that'd probably be the best place to search, since they probably don't know it's been leaked yet.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Plus, even if it's not exactly there are definitely
Similar ones we could search.
similar ones, and I've gotten well acquainted with the camera system.
Hey, look, if any are firmly owned by Trey, it's probably good to assume that they're being used by Quint.
Oh shit, yeah, good point. The start turns on ghost vision glasses, starts looking around for Trey.
Trey's right next to Doc as usual.
Trey, do you know of any warehouses that you own when you were active?
Where's Trey? Oh, there he is. I mean, there's a lot. What are you looking for in particular?
I mean, one that would be, I suppose, one you would take someone you kidnapped to. That's what that's what we're assuming one of them is being used for right now.
So Trey kind of floats there awkwardly, not really meeting your face. Kind of looking a little awkward. Well, people trafficking wasn't exactly my area of expertise, but yeah, I think I might know a place or two.
And Doc will chime in when one of them happens to be this address we got here, and points to the address that we were meant to be brought to.
Stares at phone. Yeah, that's one of them, alright. Usually that location is for, not really trafficking, but it's where we take people to, get them in line, so to speak.
Alright, yep.
You know,
sta-
bust a few
fold-
kneecaps, that sort of thing. Break fingers. Rip off nails.
Okay,
that
yep,
sort of
we get
thing.
the point, we get the point, we get the point. We're going, let's go.
Also, you guys noticed that the sun is setting and it's already
Yes.
particularly... It's gone
Yes.
beneath the horizon. It's dark.
It do be pretty dark, so yeah.
Yeah.
We have the
And,
light wisp, and that's our only light in here.
And, Cumaenos, you in particular,
Yes.
you managed to pick up on something immediately. Nobody else notices anything amiss but you.
Okay.
You sense energy, and it's familiar, and it is undead.
I'm assuming it's probably
Is-
the shadows.
Yeah, it's the shadows, and they're closing in very quick. And I think, yeah, this is a good place for us to stop.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think that'll be it for today. You guys got a lot done.
That was a very eventful
A couple
session
things here and there, one or two.
for both comedy and seriousness.
Yeah, so, yeah, you get a rematch against the Shadows, but, they're a little stronger this time. And, I know how their, Steel Shadow ability works, so, I get to threaten you a little more. But, yeah, so you're gonna do some combat next time. It's been a bit. I need a refresher. So, yeah, be prepared. Yeah, thank you guys for playing today. First time back after me being on vacation, so I hope you enjoyed.
Yay!
Thank you for hosting.
running.
Hell yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to turn this fight into a chase sequence so that we go another fight without fighting.
I mean, totally possible. I'm not gonna rule that out.
Well, we're inside a building. It's pretty secure.
Yeah.
It's
There
better than
will
being
be-
out in the open.
There will be 1 week in the future, I think April 7th, where we won't have session because apparently we're throwing a surprise birthday party for my dad that day. So, no session on April 7th, but that's like 4 weeks away.
That sounds
Alright.
fun.
Oh yeah.
That's just a heads up for then.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's a week at some point, like around that same time frame, like a bit soon, but still pretty far away, where I'm not going to be able to make it either. Going to be on a vacation with family.
No problem. Like, once you know when that is, just let me know. It's getting to be that time of year. Vacations galore.
Yeah. The Sunday, April 28th. So
Oh,
not
so
for a
that's
while.
That's a while. So yeah. Just something to keep in mind for you guys to plan around. So the 7th and the 28th we won't be playing.
Yay!
So yeah, but for March I should be good.
Oh, and maybe the Sunday before it too.